Hey guys, thank you for watching. Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be doing a short review of the dropped Epos H3X headset. It is a gaming headset. I compare that with the 560S and the 7Hz Zeros IEM. Did some Halo Infinite and just kind of compared and contrasted, moved through the different options. I'm also going to have a microphone test later in the video if you'd like to check that out. I'd say build quality wise, it is a nice headset. It is on the smaller side, which I didn't expect. With the 560S, you get nice large ear cups. Obviously, it's an open back headset, so you get more of a feeling of space in the sound of it, but also just airflow wise, it's a little bit easier on my ears. And since I got bigger ears, I was able to fit into it easier. Where the Epos H3X, it's pretty small. It's more like an on-ear for me. Like I can't actually even fit my whole ear inside the cups. They're on the smaller side. That being said, it's good. I'll give you guys some microphone samples here too, but the short version of that is that the 560S with the additional boom mic is going to sound a little bit better than this, but it's significantly more expensive too. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a microphone test using the headset boom mic adapter that I bought for the 560S. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a microphone test using the Epos headset. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So the Epos H3X is an $80 set, and obviously it's going to have the microphone already on it. It does have an adjustment for volume on the side of it. It feels well made. It is, as I said, small though, so if you got big ears, it's probably just going to sit on your ears. Where the 560S is not only larger, but it feels... it almost feels lighter, but it actually feels a little bit more substantial. That being said, I did enjoy it. As I said, the build quality is pretty good. The microphone is not quite as good as adding a 560S and adding your own boom mic to it. In terms of the sound quality of it, I did some musical listening as well. And you'll find the same things on the gaming performance as you do listening to music. You can almost tell how the gaming performance is going to work based on the music that you listen to. But to me, it gives you a kind of brighter treble and upper mids, but it does it in a tasteful way where it's not super fatiguing. It doesn't hurt your ears. But say in something like Hotel California, the version that the Eagles did on the Hell Freezes Over tour, on something like the 560S, you feel a sense of grandeur, like there's the stage out here and you hear the crowd. But on the Epos H3X, you can hear that it is out there, but it's not quite as far. You still get a sense of stage, but it's not quite as large as the sense of stage as you get with a 560S. The 560S and the H3X are both excellent options for gaming, but they do approach it a little bit differently. The H3X gives you a little bit smaller sense of soundstage, but it has a more crispy upper mids and highs in a way, where you get more of a sense of clarity and kind of in your face kind of sound for gaming, which can be helpful, where the 560 presents it more of like a wider sound stage, so it doesn't feel as immediate and as close to you. And I gotta say for myself, once you adjust, I probably enjoy the 560S more. I like that bigger, vaguer sense of stage. But the H3X is excellent as well in sound quality, in that you feel more immediacy, you feel more clarity. It feels like everything's a little bit more on top of you, and there's more of a sense of urgency to the sound, but you also don't get the kind of sound separation that you might want. That I think what really sets the 560S apart is it's not just a sense of sound stage, like there's size to it, there's a sense of layering, like, okay, this is right here, and then everything's over here, but also there's this kind of out there feel. There's a very like wide sense of soundstage and of layering that you don't really get with the H3X. That being said, you get excellent pinpoint accuracy when it comes to the locations of everything around you. You can hear what's closer to you and further apart, but say if you're in a game where you're playing, there's the short stuff that's right next to you, and then there's the medium stuff that's a little further away, and then the stuff that's kind of like way in the background. I don't feel like it captures that quite as well as the 560, where the 560 can tell you, okay, here's all the stuff that's way out here and around, but here is this middling and tighter area that is the stuff that you need to worry about. They both do a great job when it comes to the details, to location, in terms of separation, in terms of feeling things coming, and clarity and detail. But I just feel like the 560S, I enjoy that larger soundstage a little bit more than I like having the crispier treble. And I'd probably say you get a little bit more detail, not because it's necessarily a more detailed headphone, but because the way that they turn up the upper mids and treble, it feels more immediate, it feels more urgent, it feels like they're really like, hey, no, really pay attention to this. This is what's happening around you. In terms of listening to for music, you get the same kind of impression from it. It doesn't do a phenomenal job of being the most easy to listen to. I've always thought of the 560S as being a little bit harsh. The H3X is even worse when it comes to just feeling like, like what I said for the gaming, it's very in your face. It's got that upper, treble kind of, let's say stabbing. It didn't feel super fatiguing, but it does feel a little bit over the top when you're listening to music. That being said, if you really like detail and you listen to soundtracks for movies, things like that, I think it does an excellent job in keeping track of all the different instruments, letting you hear all those different things, and hearing even details of music that I hadn't noticed before just because of the way that it's tuned. So for me, I prefer the 560S. I would continue to use it. It's a lot more comfortable on my ears. It's got the bigger ear cups. It's open back, so I get a little bit of airflow around me, which is really nice. I like the little bit softer and bigger soundstage versus that kind of trebly, almost harsh, detail. But it's an excellent headset. I mean, especially, we're also talking about the H3X as being an $80 set, where the 560S is probably $150 to $180, and then you have to buy another $20 or $30 boom mic, so it's over $200 versus $80. So it holds up extremely well in terms of competitively with that. But I'm also going to leave just a note here about, for those of you that are in the value segment of things, like if you can't afford either one of these, I still really think the 7Hz Zero is an excellent gaming IEM. I went back and forth and did A/B testing with the H3X, with the 560S, and also with the 7Hz Zeros, which is a $20 set. Now, that being said, that $20 set does not give you a microphone. You might have to replace the cable if you're wanting to do stuff where you have the microphone or use a separate microphone, which is always an option. You can get a lavalier mic as inexpensive as $15, and then just use a Y adapter to use those both at the same time if you'd like. But if you're just looking for detail, say if you're just playing single player stuff at home, you don't care as much about the microphone stuff, you may not have a lot of money to spend on these kind of things. I still think the 7Hz Zero is very good. Now, what the 7Hz Zero does not give you is the sense of bass impact that you get. So what's really nice about the H3X is that it gives a good balance of, it can give you some sub bass when you need it, when the game calls for it, but you can tell it's always tuned in a way where it wants to give you the details above it. So you're not going to get these tremendous big sub bass hits, but I think they do it that way to make sure that you're able to hear all the things that you need to hear within the game, that the bass is never going to overtake that. With the 7Hz Zeros, the bass just really isn't there at all. So if you hear boom, 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 it's just you're going to hear the sound. You're going to know that it's getting at that, but you're not going to experience it. You're not going to really feel it. But that being said, you can definitely hear soundstage on a miniaturized level because they are IEMs versus headphones. So it's not going to feel like you have as much of a soundstage. It's more of, it's basically same soundstage, but it's kind of, made smaller because it's all happening between your ears. So when you listen to that, you still get detail. You still know where it's coming from. Clear separation. good accuracy on where everything is coming from. You just don't get the sense of grandeur and bass and the immersive kind of feeling that you do on some of the headsets. I do think headsets are still the best bet when it comes to gaming. It's pretty hard for an IEM to replicate the sense of soundstage that you get with a headphone. Now, that being said, the IEMs, again, now we're talking about a $20 IEM compared to these. If you're talking for competitive reasons, you just want to get the detail that's within these games, you just want to kind of pull it up. You've had some inexpensive headphones and you just want a better sense of detail with it. For $20, you can't go wrong with the 7Hz Zero, and it's going to give you a lot better sense of detail and imaging than a lot of your cheap headphones, even ones that are marketed for gamers that are going to get you. So I would recommend trying those. They're good for music too. They're just not. Recently, a lot of IEMs have come out, and for me, I like the tuning better in the $20 set and some of these other ones versus the Zero. That being said, the Zero is still excellent when it comes to soundstage, it comes to imaging, detail, things like that. It does a great job, which makes it a great gaming IEM. So if you only have $20, I recommend you start there. So these are just my short thoughts. I bought the headset for my son for Christmas, and I couldn't let him get away with them without me getting to test it out and try it. And I thought I'd just let you guys know, if you're in the market for a gaming headset, what I thought about it. So hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are enjoying the videos. Please subscribe, like, comment. All those things help out the channel a lot. And thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys have a great day.